cool. Oh, but first, let's light a votive candle at church. For Mr. Hitler. Not they're playing Yahtzee with Andy Warhol's pet midget? Rodrigo's fantasy for a gentleman with ruffles and wine. I'll get it. Hey, it's Emma Stone.
I first dropped acid when I was 18.
You didn't.
I was over at these people's house one night.
Just being a skank.
This guy I went to school with was over there and asked me if I wanted to try some acid.
Hydrochloric?
I had read about it in the newspapers and heard
Hey, your coffee's on fire.
So I was curious. I was pretty jacked up on marijuana, so I decided to try it.
Yeah, you and your jive talk.
I don't know what I was waiting for, a flash or a rush
or
an
whatever. Undulating stain.
But I kept sitting there waiting, and nothing was happening.
It's like using old
Quaaludes. So I got up and then went to the dresser and put on a pair of pink capris.
Well, we're watching C-3PO's digestive tract.
I thought the colors were beautiful. So we tripped down to Market Street.
Get it?
And I decided to buy a hot dog.
That's when things started to get weird. Andy Kaufman, hot dog vendor. Hey kids, hey, you want a hot dog?
I was very hungry, and I had put mustard and ketchup and relish in the usual.
Yeah, she just drowned it in condiments.
I put the hot dog up to my mouth.
Like Lindsay Lohan.
Somebody started screaming.
Yeah, that would be me screaming. I think my retina exploded.
I didn't know what was happening, so I looked up at my friend Terry and said, "Did you hear that?
Oh.
Didn't you hear someone scream?"
Oh, God.
He said no.
Terry's all jacked up on Valium.
I got the hot dog up to my mouth again, and I was ready to bite, and the scream got louder.
Oh, it's like... Oh. Woo, that's a long one.
It hit me. No, it couldn't be. And I looked down at the hot dog, and there was a face on it.
It's Mason Reese. I kissed it, and it threw up in my mouth.
Eyes, nose, a mouth.
Yeah, well,
I had put the ketchup
one eye
where
anyway.
It looked like his hair.
And I put the relish as his loins.
And he started telling me that I couldn't eat him.
That his name was Owsley, and he learned English from TV.
He had a wife and 7 kids at home to support.
Now, is he
And
Catholic?
I stood there with this hot dog and asked Terry, "Do you know this hot dog is talking to me?"
Voyage.
And he says, "Nah, let's get out of here." He thought I was just faking.
Terry wouldn't know interesting if it bit him in the ass.
He's got a face, and he's screaming. And the guy finally...
No, it's the hard baby from Eraserhead.
That I was on. And we sat there carrying on a conversation with that hot dog.
And he sounded like Jackie Mason.
Finally, I decided I was just hallucinating, so I put it in my mouth and bit down.
Ah! God, it's like getting a BJ from Lorena Bobbitt.
It screamed so loud that you could hear it all over town, so I had to throw it on the ground and step on it.
Oh God, it sounds like my ex-wife during cunnilingus.
And I was jumping on this hot dog in the middle of Market Street.
Just having a blast. Oh, man. Wow, acid's awesome. Oh, I got some on my sneaker.
I realized that I had murdered it.
Ricky, the animated hot dog from his drive-in intermission shorts, found dead on Market Street.
Scared.
Yeah, as Terry burst his spleen laughing. Oh God, she got bodily fluids and pubic hair stuck to the lens. God, too bad it wasn't a taco. The poor thing's a lesbian now. The moral of the story is, you should have gone to the windmill.